Hi Leo, thank you for joining me. We're going to do a past, present and future read today. So it's a general read and it won't resonate for everyone, so please do take the bits that fit and leave the rest, and cross-watchers bear in mind roles can be reversed. I'm going to start with a Moonology Oracle card. Let's take a look for Leo. You get confidence is your key to success. New moon in Leo. Your time, Leo. You're that confident lion. Okay, let's take a look. Recent past, present energy and near future is what we're looking for. One more. Ooh. My deck is upside down. We might have been experiencing a bit of emotional sort of turmoil, some choppy waters just recently. For the overall energy for the reading, I get the Ten of Cups. This can represent that happy period after a difficult time. It's one of the happiest cards in the deck, and just under that I have the Wheel of Fortune. We've got a bit of a mixed bag energy-wise here. I can see that there's some trials and tribulations, some difficult experiences recently, and I won't lie, possibly coming up, but the final cards are very reassuring. So I'm not going to speculate too much. I'm going to go in, clarify these cards, and I will tell you what I'm seeing. Oh, come on Charlotte. Right, let's get some clarifying cards for the recent past. Upside down again. Thinking what's with all these reverse cards? It's me. Ooh. Tower's out twice here. What is going on? Lots of dual cards. So in the recent past, it looks as though there was possibly quite a big change, and from that I'm just getting all these mixed emotions. It's as though, I'm not really sure what to do now. I'm not sure how to handle this situation. It was likely quite unexpected, but it meant a major shift in your life. I think I'm going to say change. It came out like that. I've got the Queen of Swords out here, which is kind of making me think that you had to put yourself in a place where you had to take control of those emotions. So very much mind over matter, we needed to be, I kind of feel like, when we take a step back and we look at the bigger picture, sometimes that's when we get the best view, we're in the thick of it, in the mix of all the emotions, and we can't really make sense of it. Having to step back, I'm definitely getting that almost detachment from our emotions just for a little while, but I think that's what was needed. I've got the Nine of Swords out here twice, so this is quite a difficult energy. Excuse my cat. That represents worry, anxiety, despair for some people. It can be, this is got the ability to keep us up at night. So whatever it is that you've been dealing with has been quite difficult. That's not the word I was looking for. But I think from that, I'm kind of getting that sense, where the penny just drops, and it's almost like when we take that new perspective, suddenly things look so much better. There's definitely, we needed that step back and not allow our emotions to take over, because I kind of feel if you'd have done that, you could quite easily spiral somehow. But I think choosing to definitely be logical, take a rational view of things, look at that bigger picture, I suppose, and the outcome can change then, can't it? Decided to focus on you at this time, I think, and not anybody else. Let Let me look at the present energy. I'm just going to move through and then we'll have a chat about it. Where's this tower here? Oh, sugar. There's some really, I'm not going to say really worrying cards. What I'm getting from this is that the difficulties aren't yet over. I do feel that you've got yourself in a much better place, but I'm still seeing a lot of challenges. If this is tied up to love, though, I've got the Two of Cups here and the Nine of Cups, which really represents getting everything you want when it comes to love. This is a very strong connection. This is representative of a wish fulfillment, but just emotional fulfillment. And if that's tied up to the Two of Cups, there's a potential soul connection coming in. Now, what I feel at the moment, though, is like when I said that future can look clearer when we step out of our emotions and you know, be a bit more kind of rational about the way we look at things. I still think there might be times that that's a bit of a struggle, because your future at this moment in time seems to be quite uncertain, and I think this is very much tied up to your long-term goals. So perhaps you felt recently that they were cemented and you knew exactly what direction you were headed in, and that's all changed. That's just almost been blown out of the water. We need new plans. The future looks different to what you thought it was going to be. But what I quite like about this is, despite the turmoil and the difficulties that you've faced, your heart is still open. You know, you've not allowed that to close you off to love, to giving and receiving it. That seems quite important, and I think that's because some people can really shut down with that, and then they become a completely different person. I feel like you've remained authentic through this, you know, and true to yourself, which is really admirable. Actually, I'm just getting a real sense of admiration. I've got the kind of wounded warrior out here, which is showing me that there's been a recent end, and again, that massive change. I've got the death card. This can represent an ending, a transformation, or a new beginning. To me, it kind of feels like all of it. It feels as though we've ended something, we're ready to welcome something new, and within that, you've made a major transformation. You've pulled strength from somewhere. I think that almost, like I say, there's something about that, an admirable quality about you. It's really nice. Ten of Swords is showing me that we're kind of still dealing with a painful ending of some kind. You're maybe not showing that, and I'm not saying that it's having a daily impact on you, but it's still there somewhat. But what I feel very soon is there's going to be a reason to celebrate. So the Four of Wands is out here, and that's what that is. It's a card of celebration. It's happy life, happy home. It just always gives me those, if you imagine getting ready to go out with your friends on a weekend and you look forward to it all week, that's the emotion that I tend to get from the Four of Wands. This can represent, you know, I've said a family gathering. There's just something that needs celebrating. Now, this could be a new opportunity in, I'm going to say love or your career. I'm just getting this change. There's an offer or an opportunity of some kind to coming in. God, Charlotte, get your words right. I don't want to word this. Something's going to be presented to you, be it an offer of love or a new job opportunity, something that's very much tied up to your whole sense of security and stability. You've had to leave something behind in order to get that. There's been a situation you've been dealing with that was actually quite burdensome. Maybe it wasn't what it appeared. Maybe it didn't give you what you wanted it to or what you hoped it would. I don't know. I just see the end of a long journey and you're just kind of setting that down and thinking, you know, right, I don't even feel like new page in the book. I feel like the end, new book. We're going into a new book, not just a new chapter. This is a new part of your life. The Knight of Pentacles can be a very slow moving energy, but I think that's good for you. I just feel like take your time. It's absolutely fine. So in the near future, I have the Tower with the Strength card and the Four of Swords. Now the Tower can be a major change, a major life shake-up, something unexpected. I feel like something's going to come to light soon that you're not aware of. It's going to make a lot of pieces fit though, but it's going to be difficult to hear. I've got the Strength card here with the Four of Swords. I feel as though you might need a little bit of time to just process this information or this change. I definitely feel it's more like an incoming message, revelation almost, and it's going to take you completely by surprise. The Tower can have, you know, a real chaotic feel about it, and it's going to be uncomfortable, and it's going to require you to really dig deep, I think, and remember where we started, like with the confidence, you know, because it's making me think that you're going to have to really tell yourself that this was nothing to do with you. This is not a reflection on you. I don't know why that seems relevant, but it does. What I've got then is the Temperance card, which speaks about healing and balance, ultimately. Now I've got the King of Cups and the Seven of Swords. I've got the Knight of Cups. Now the Knight of Cups normally gives me that kind of butterfly, really excited, new love offer coming in sort of thing. A very supportive energy, with good intentions. But what I've got here is the Seven of Swords. So I would kind of be looking out for that, because I wonder if somebody's going to be coming back almost to say, let's heal this, let's fix this. The Seven of Swords, though, is a card of deception. There's something about that Knight of Cups that I don't trust. I'm just going to draw another one for that Seven of Swords. Ultimately, though, I feel that you're just going to do what's right for you. The Hierophant and Temperance. I feel as though you're going to see through them, and you're not going to waste a whole lot of time listening to I'm not going to say lies, but there's something very dishonest about what they're going to come in and say. Or, you know, it might be this offer of reconciliation or love, but it's just not going to sit right. Something's not ringing true. Weird energy, but you'll have to take that with you, Leo. The last card I've got here is the Six of Swords. That's clarified by the Four of Cups and the Hermit. The Six of Swords, again, you know, that tells us we've been through those really choppy waters, but this is about moving on to the calmer waters. There's a lot of reflection and almost re-evaluation going on in the near future. I do get the sense that you might just have to cut yourself off from, I don't know if it's people or situations that you might have been getting mixed up in. Not they don't feel terribly negative, but I kind of feel as though you might just need to take some time for you. And I think this is why you go back to almost finding that strength to step out of your emotions. I do think there is a very emotional period coming up. It's going to be difficult, and I think I'm getting a lot of confusion with this. It's almost like things don't make sense, but you're going to have to do that, where you step out of those emotions again to look at the bigger picture, and that's where it makes sense to you. You know, don't try to do that when, you know, in the thick of this revelation. I definitely think that's what it is. Take the time maybe to think about your response or how you want to move forward after this. Just take your time. But ultimately, I do see that everything's going to be absolutely fine, and I don't think there's any part of this reading that's going to knock you too much for too long. if that makes sense. So despite what I've said, I don't think any of these energies are going to last too long. So for the Ten of Cups here, I've got the Page of Pentacles, the Four of Wands, the Moon. So this reason to celebrate keeps coming up. I'm just getting this sense of, it's making me feel a bit like what I'm like, I suppose. You know, I don't like when things aren't clear. I don't like when I don't know which direction I'm moving in. I don't, you know, there's just, but I feel as though you might be putting a bit much pressure on yourself, or maybe just thinking too much about long term rather than just sort of being in the here and now and experiencing that. And you know, we've all got plans and maybe things that we want for our future, but I just feel like it's okay to just let things naturally unfold, because I feel like it's all headed in the right direction. So yeah, try just not to get, there's a pressure. I'm feeling the pressure that you're putting on yourself in one form or another, but yeah, try to absolutely release that. I can't see any advice here other than that, you know, that should tell me to tell you to do this, do that, but yeah, don't, just let things naturally unfold. Honestly, it's really headed in a lovely direction. So I'll leave that with you. Hope you can take something from it, and thank you for joining me.